Now from vaccinations, deworming, and other healthcare needs, keeping fur babies requires regular visits to the vet. We talk about demand for pet care with 917 Ventures head of Ideation and Acceleration, Glenn Estrella. Hi, Glenn. Welcome to the Final Word. Thanks for coming.
Hello, Menchi. Thank you for having me.
Well, you know what? I know that you conducted a lot of market research before you launched this service. So based on everything that you learned, what are some of the common health issues among pets?
Well, in terms of, it's a great question, by the way. When we think about health concerns, it's always from the perspective of initially of the fur parent. Mm-hmm. And every time we see our pet behaving a little differently, we automatically think, they're sick, but we can't kind of figure it out.
Yes, because they can't talk to us.
Yes, but for the most part, it has something to do with what they eat. It triggers certain allergies, right? But one of the known myths, I think, and people tend to forget, I think, don't miss your vaccinations.
Okay.
I think that's one of the things that very few people figure out. In fact, only 20% of pet owners actually really go to the vet. And that's not all of them on a regular basis. And through PetPal, what we're trying to do is not just deliver services, but trying to debunk these myths. And it all started basically, I think, in the pandemic when we're all locked up, spending more time at home, spending more time with family. Family includes basically our pets in the household.
Yes.
And in the office, we were talking about it and how our pets helped us also during that pandemic. And one of our guys, one of our venture builders, Carlo, submitted the idea, and we all could relate because over 90% of the people in the office have a pet. And sometimes, in my case, I have two. I have a 13-year-old beagle and I have a 7-year-old golden retriever. And when it comes to spending annually, some would spend as high as 60,000 pesos annually on your pet. I spend more money on my dogs.
Yes.
Than I do other certain things, most especially, grooming, which I probably don't get more often than my pets.
But we do spend an inordinate amount of money on our pets, but it doesn't seem like everyone is capable of doing that. Some families, they do have their pets and they love them to death, but sometimes they have to make that choice between putting food on the table or bringing their pet to the vet.
Yes, so like everything that we do at 917 Ventures is solving a pain point. And in a lot of cases, this is about access. It's about democratizing and granting access to whatever pain point you have. We have fur parents who they live alone.
Yes.
But they have a pet, right? Or your pet gets sick at odd hours, like 3 a.m. in the morning. And not a lot of clinics are open. So sometimes you just need a teleconsult. We also offer a chat because you just can describe it. You can send some photos also. And we can help you right there to kind of ease your concerns. Because a fur parent would really understand this and they care for their pets at home. So from chat services, video consults, to even home vet visits. So if you want to book a home vet visit, especially if you don't have the time to go to a vet, to an actual clinic, even if it's nearby. Like for me, the vet is very near where I live, but I still use the service.
You have very
busy schedule.
schedules.
Exactly.
Yes.
And for the most part, it's again, you're just trying to figure out, and you're making a big thing sometimes, and nothing really serious. But if you really want to have an actual vet to look at your pet, a home vet visit is also available.
Okay, what happens though if, for example, you do, how does it work though? You go on, is it a website or is it an app?
Right now, it's a website right now. I can go through petpal.asia.
Okay.
And all our services are there. You can just register and pick the service you need.
Okay.
You can try it out, everything from, we also have pet grooming through our partners.
Yes.
Home pet visits, vaccinations, chat, and all that. So just go to the website, and you can also engage us on social media, on our Facebook or Instagram, and get to know more about our services. Okay. One thing that also we offer in the website as well is that we also have a section where we post articles, again, to debunk certain myths, right,
Yes.
about certain things you probably have learned over the years, right, through your, that probably doesn't hold true really today. The app will be available in the first quarter of next year.
Okay.
But we also have a focus on, in order to deliver great pet care, you have to also help and integrate basically the vets who provide the service. So these includes the vets and the clinic operators.
Okay. But what happens if, for example, I book through your site, let's say a consult, and something goes wrong with my pet? Do you have a mechanism in place for these sorts of situations?
Yes. So basically, the care provider will have the responsibility to be able to deliver the care. Again, our role is to be able to deliver access. But one of the things we are doing is we're helping by bringing together all these vets through our partnerships, is also where their associations, that trying to get them on the platform and share knowledge as well across, right? And invest also in their learning as we go. I guess the more educated the consumer is, right? And the education comes from our vets themselves, our partner vets, right? And that's technically based on experience already.
And how many pet parents have you serviced so far? Because you started offering the service just in April or March of this year?
Great question. Over 1,000 already.
Over 1,000.
Yeah, and it's a mix of services. Again, depending on the need, right? Vet visits. The chat's very popular. So the most part, again, my dog vomited, and then our tendency is to panic.
Yes, of course.
Right, and then the chat is a quick solution. Can you send me a photo?
Yes.
A bad example, but send me a photo, and okay, I don't think let's observe again, get back to us, right?
Yes.
And again, if you're still very busy or unavailable, right? If you want a home vet visit, we'll be there.
So very convenient. And but you also plan to launch an online pharmacy, like to expand your services, right?
I think that's a natural progression. Normally, when a consult happens and you actually end up having to visit, or even sometimes it's just the vitamins, for example, you tend to, it's expected that you would want the prescription, right? And in order to, again, deliver that convenience, we'd like to offer that service as well. A big chunk of it's not only that. I think pet food, medicines, even merchandise that is still, interestingly, like people buy a lot of toys for their pets as well.
Yes.
So not just pharmacy.
Most definitely. So we look forward to the launch of the app sometime next year in the first quarter.
Yes.
And thank you very much for joining us. 917 Ventures Head of Ideation and Acceleration, Glenn Estrella.
Thank you.